So me and Gerard, we outside the store in the back in the alley, we, doing the Zaza and shit. So I tell him, hey, I'm tapping out. I don't want no more. He like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, we'll get back to it later. He like, all right. I'm like, I'm finna go ahead and start the bagels. He like, all right. Now we only got 15 more minutes before we get ready to open the doors. I shoot straight to the bathroom, throw some water on my face. I look in my eyes like, I do look like I'm lit. It looked like I was lit. So I wash my hands and shit. But still, I'm not going to focus on what I look like because it's still early as shit in the morning, okay? So boom, I go straight to the back. I start doing the bagels, doing the croissants. Boom. Gerard comes in. He goes straight to the food station. It's 5 a.m., right? It's already people standing outside front of the door. When I say Milwaukee is busy, it's always busy. So people are standing already lining up. So I'm like, damn. I'm like, they thirsty as hell. I go unlock the door. So the dude come in like, y'all open yet? So I'm like, nah, we just here. Like, what type of question is that? The lights are on. It's me and him in here. You think we just in this motherfucker for fun? Like, you know what I'm saying? So boom. I tell Gerard, I slide back there, I say, hey, let me be on the food station. You go ring. He like, why? I'm like, man, I don't want them to see because I'm a manager. I felt like I just didn't want the customers to see my face like that. I'm like, I don't want them to see me like that. He like, gee, you good? I'm like, no, just go out there. He like, what? All right. So he going on ahead and he ring and shit. So I'm on the food station, getting the food station together and keeping my eyes on the bagels and the croissants. So boom, Elizabeth come in. Right now, she's been at that store before I came a manager. So Elizabeth come in. Now she is Hispanic. She love to wear perfume. When I say perfume, you know, like how people be getting that Victoria's Secret or that Bath and Body Works. You know how they just be spraying. Gee, she was one of those. She liked to wear like this black stuff, and I like she was just too much. So she comes out. She like, hey, where you want me at? I'm like, you could be in the front with Gerard. She like, okay. So she never liked it to do like coffees. She liked it to just ring all day on the register. So Gerard was like, hey, do you want me to just make drinks? You know, so they having their little moment. So she said, I'm going to just ring and get donuts. So boom. As we got busier and busier and busier, I start, my little Zaza start kicking down. And I went up to the front and I smelled something foul. It was just like a real foul smell. I'm like, what's that smell? So Gerard like, man, I don't know. So he ended up pulling me in the back. He like, I think that's Elizabeth. I'm like, you sure? He like, yeah. I'm like, no, but she wear a lot of perfume. Now when she walked past me, I could smell it. She used to like to wear leggings a lot. That is not Duncan procedure. Used to supposed to wear blue jeans, no holes. This girl got on black leggings, but see, I never liked to tell her what to do because she been there longer. This is my first week being there. So the first week, I'm going to let you do your thing. And then next week, I'm going to tell you how I want things to be done. Boom. So I'm smelling. I'm like, oh, wow. So I'm still sipping on my cup and shit. And then all of a sudden, Gerard like, hey, there go your district manager. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, man. Oh my God. I'm like, I hope my eyes ain't red. My eyes still red. He like, no, you good. So she come in, she checked my red book and shit, letting me know. She's still training me on how to be a manager. Now, mind you, in the back of my mind, my brain's still fried. I'm still lit to the bitch. I'm still gone. So I'm getting some of the information down, listening like, yeah. So she looked at me. She said, you're not going to take out a notebook or nothing so you can write this down? I'm like, oh, okay. So I went ahead and got a notebook. But I say, but you can tell me I remember everything. She like, no, because then if my boss come in and ask you something, you say you don't know it, you're going to say that I never told you. I said, okay, I'll write it down for you. So I got to write it down. Boom. It's basically a successful day. It's a successful day. The next person end up coming in. Me and Gerard, we gets off. Now, this is our routine. Once we get off, we shoot straight to Walgreens. He go grab him some wine, pour it up in a Dunkin' cup with ice and shit. But it's like a hot coffee cup. So he, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing. We're doing the Zaza on our way to the train. We get to the train. I say, hey, you want to come to my crib? I feel like we getting cool. You know what I'm saying? He don't seem like no threat. And it seemed like he legit got my back. So he like, hell yeah. He like, and I got some more, he has some more loud. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we go to my crib and we chilling. Now, I didn't know at the time that he had a live-in girlfriend. Whoa. Yo, okay. So his phone is ringing while we, doing our thing. So he pick up the phone. You know how a chick can be so fucking loud that you can hear her through the phone. Gee, she was like, where the fuck you at? You supposed to been back. She like, bring my link card, bring my link card. Now she talking about screaming like, bring her link card, bring her link card. So he like, chill, relax. So she calling him out his name, all this shit. So I'm like, yo, who is that? He like, man, that's my baby mama. So I'm like, oh, you got a kid? You know what I'm saying? He like, well, it ain't really my kid. It's her kid, but we've been together for a little hot minute. I'm like, all right, cool. But right off the back, I'm like, okay, I don't think that it's going to work if she talking at you like that. So I said, you want me to come to, you know what I'm saying? You want me to come to your crib with you? He like, yeah. So boom, we end up hopping on the bus, shooting to his crib. We get to his crib. You know, he introduced me. And so her hair is standing up on top of her head. When I say, this the type of chick that don't bathe. Her feet, you know, like how it look like your feet so dirty that you got like, it look like you got black socks on. Never brushing your teeth. Just putting on clothes and going. Bro, I'm talking about she is that chick. Like, when I looked at him and looked at her, I was like, now what the heck? Like, I just couldn't believe it. So they had their moment, they was arguing in the room, so they come back out or whatever. So she was cool. So he like, hey, you want some of this Amsterdam? So we start having shots and stuff like that. Then we start, you know, really like, you know, rotating the blunt. We start having a good time and things like that in that nature. Boom, she said she had to dip. She said she had to go. So she leave the kid there with him. So I'm in the kitchen talking, you know, I'm your Brody, bro. I gotta be honest. So I say, how long y'all been together? At the time, I think he said like, it was like 3 years or something like that. And so I was like, yo, I'm like, that's your type? Like, cause I was thrown off because when I saw her feet, bro, and her feet, just me stepping in the crib, this was a nice, beautiful home, okay? So when I had to go use the bathroom, it was a hole. It was a hole, like if somebody punched it in the damn bathroom door. So I said, Gerard, what happened right here?